All right, so yes, so we got news today of the first wave of Marvel Rivals pop finals. This isn't an official announcement. This was done by Funko Info. They found this out, but I've seen this on multiple sources, so I'm fairly certain this is legit. We're getting a supersized Galacta pop and regular size Iron Man, Doom, and Magneto pops. This is the first wave. They will be released at the end of February, and multiple sources are saying that they will be available for pre-order starting on Friday. So again, I'm fairly sure these are legit, and I assume that since the pre-orders are going to be kicking off Friday, that's when we'll get the official announcement. So yeah, super cool, very excited for these. I'm definitely going to get the Galacta and Magneto ones. And and again, this is wave one, so we'll be getting more in future, including, I really do hope, a Jeff pop vinyl. I'm surprised Jeff isn't in the initial drop, to be honest. Also, Rivals announced the next patch. Patch 2025-0207 is coming, Rivals. We're excited to announce the latest patch will go live on February 6th, 2025 at 9 UTC, 1 PST, and I believe that is 8 PM Australian Eastern Time. No server downtime. You can update your game client and jump right back into the action without interruption. Check out full patch details here. Stay tuned for more exciting content and features coming your way. Thank you for your continued support. These are the patch notes. It's literally just the new skins, the 2 new costumes, Lunar Snow 2099 and Avengers Infinity War Captain America, as well as a bunch of bug fixes. Moon Knight's ult is not one of them. Moon Knight's ult doing double damage will not be fixed in this patch. They've got like general stuff, adjusted age rating labels, fixed an issue with the Epic launcher restarting after 5 minutes of inactivity. Let me grab the link for this for you. I'll grab you the link to the patch notes. Alright, here you go. YouTube. People on YouTube below. What the fuck is he on about? Okay, so that's the link to the patch notes. I'm not going to go through this fully. But yeah, basically, Moon Knight ult doing extra damage is not in here. There's bug fixes for Venom, Mr. Fantastic, Storm, Moon Knight, but corrected the issue where the ground visual cue for Moon Knight's ultimate would prematurely disappear. No more being caught unaware about incoming talons. Fix for Wolverine, Magneto, Jeff, Hulk, and Loki. Right. Now, the other thing, this was posted by Unreal the other day, because you know that NetEase use Unreal 5 for Marvel Rivals. And they said, in order for NetEase to transform comic book characters into playable heroes for Marvel Rivals, the team took full advantage of Unreal Engine's features. These include the Niagara system, used to power diverse visual effects, and the Game Ability system, used to develop the abilities and state transitions of characters during gameplay. Fly over to the UE website to check out our dev interview, which is, to quote Star-Lord, legendary. Right, and then they've got this little video here. Just showing off character movement and stuff like that. Spider-Punk 2099 costume that's still not back in the game. We had that in alpha. And then it leads to here. We've got this interview here. Unreal Engine powers Marvel Rivals to create a new multiverse of Marvel heroes. Since its founding in 1939, Marvel has built an extraordinary 85-year legacy in global entertainment, evolving from beloved comics to animation and blockbuster films. As Marvel's influence continues to grow worldwide, its gaming ventures have captured players' imagination with equal success. The recent release of Marvel Rivals, an ambitious multiplayer team-based shooter, has reignited fans' passions for superhero gaming. This groundbreaking collaboration between NetEase Games and Marvel Entertainment showcases the incredible possibilities of Unreal Engine 5, delivering stunning visuals, rich gameplay mechanics, and an authentically realized Marvel universe that pulls players into an unprecedented gaming experience. The NetEase Games team collaborated extensively with Epic Games throughout the development process, fully leveraging UE5's technical capabilities along the way. From dynamic lighting and shadow rendering to constructing complex destructible environments, the team strive to achieve optimal quality in both visual presentation and interactive experience. We recently caught up with the Marvel Rivals technical lead designer, Ruan Wei Kang, and I do apologize if I got that name wrong, to get behind the scenes details and explore the challenges of the development process. The interview delved into the team's innovative breakthroughs in technical optimization, character modeling, and multiplayer combat balance design, demonstrating how cutting-edge technology can breathe new life into classic IP while delivering a fresh Marvel gaming experience to players worldwide, and showcasing new possibilities for superhero themes in interactive gaming entertainment. What are the key challenges in developing a Marvel-themed team-based shooter? And Ruan Wei Kang, lead technical designer, says, the first major challenge lay in gameplay design. As a global premium IP with 85 years of history, Marvel commands exceptionally high player expectations regarding the authenticity of its superhero characters. The development team needed to ensure that each hero possesses not only distinctive personality and abilities, but also maintains balance between characters to guarantee competitive fairness and integrity. Furthermore, cooperation between superheroes proved equally crucial. Through the implementation of team-up abilities, the team enabled high interactivity between heroes, allowing players to create diverse tactical choices during combat. On the multiverse battlefield, heroes can utilize their superpowers to destroy environments and reshape terrain, securing strategic advantages for their team. These three core elements, superhero authenticity, environmental destruction, and team-based competition, together form the foundational pillars of Marvel Rivals gameplay. Alright. So, on the technical front, we've embraced UE5's latest innovations to bring this vision to life. The Lumen Global Illumination System delivers stunningly realistic dynamic lighting, while the Chaos Physics System, lol, chaos, pure chaos, enables responsive environmental destruction that adds tactical depth to every encounter. However, as a competitive game at its core, maintaining optimal performance has been paramount. Finding the sweet spot between visual spectacle, gameplay innovation, and smooth performance has been one of our most persistent challenges. Consider Doctor Strange's portals. They demand complex visual effects and dynamic interactions while maintaining fluid performance in multiplayer combat. Similarly, our environmental destruction system must deliver convincing physics simulation without compromising frame rates. These features have pushed our technical team to continuously innovate, finding new ways to optimize engine performance, resource management, and overall player experience. What prompted the transition from UE4 to UE5 during development? Now, I didn't even know that they did this. The project initially began development with UE4 in 2019. However, we encountered a significant technical hurdle. Our core environmental destruction system consistently fell short of expectations in terms of production efficiency, physics simulation, and performance metrics. Traditional global illumination baking techniques proved inadequate for our predominantly destructible dynamic environments, further exacerbating technical limitations. UE5's dual cornerstones, Lumen Dynamic Global Illumination and the Chaos Destruction System, provided an elegant solution to these challenges. Their synergy significantly enhanced dynamic scene performance while optimizing destruction effects implementation. In early 2023, so 4 years later, following a comprehensive feasibility study, we initiated the engine upgrade process. The transition from initial engine migration to establishing a stable production pipeline was accomplished in approximately 3 months. Post-upgrade, our team completely revamped the scene creation and destruction pipelines, leveraging Lumen and Chaos, substantially improving both production efficiency and visual quality. While upgrading the engine and reconstructing core technical systems mid-development represented a significant risk, the results vindicated this decision. The upgrade enabled us to successfully implement dynamic environmental destruction across our multiverse battlefields, delivering rich, physically accurate visuals while maintaining exceptional performance in multiplayer scenarios. UE5's robust technical foundation not only enhanced player immersion, but ensured smooth, responsive gameplay. In retrospect, the upgrade to UE5 marked a crucial turning point in development, with the final results justifying every resource invested in this ambitious technical transition. How does the team capture the essence of Marvel's iconic comic book heroes in the game? Throughout Marvel Rivals development, delivering an authentic superhero experience has been our paramount design principle. For each character, we conduct exhaustive research across all source material, particularly comics, to distill their fundamental essence. This might manifest as the source of their powers, such as Hulk's gamma radiation, or defining personality traits like Loki's characteristic cunning as the god of mischief. These core elements inform our gameplay design, ensuring each hero's most distinctive qualities are faithfully translated into interactive mechanics. I would have thought Hulk's essence would have been his perennial rage. The madder he gets, the stronger he gets. That's what I would have thought that was. Because there's, like, Hulk isn't the only gamma-powered character out there. So gamma isn't just Hulk's, like, fundamental essence. You've got other characters like She-Hulk, Doc Samson, Abomination, A-Bomb, Scar. Anyway. We've also focused on capturing iconic moments that resonate with fans, transforming memorable scenes into playable experiences. Doctor Strange's signature portals and Spider-Man's web-swinging mechanics exemplify this approach, delivering both authentic character representation and engaging gameplay dynamics. While implementing these features presents significant technical and balance challenges, they're essential for creating an immersive Marvel Universe experience. Yes, agreed. Our development process maintains continuous collaboration with Marvel's veteran team. Each character undergoes thorough review through multiple weekly discussions, ensuring designs honor Marvel's legacy while introducing innovative gameplay elements. Marvel's team, leveraging their deep understanding of the IP and professional insight, provides invaluable guidance in exploring and amplifying each hero's unique appeal. This collaborative approach has enabled us to not only capture the essence of Marvel heroes and villains, but also infuse them with distinctive gameplay identities in Marvel Rivals, delivering an authentic Marvel combat experience. And yes, I would agree with that. How did the team implement such diverse ability sets while maintaining stable performance during multiplayer combat? To transform comic book characters into playable heroes, we leveraged UE5's capabilities through extensive customization. We significantly enhanced the engine's game ability system, or GAS, developing a comprehensive ability framework and toolset for managing combat logic and state transitions. I have a feeling a lot of this is going to go over my head, but we will press on. The Niagara visual effects system powers our diverse visual effects portfolio, with its data interface architecture enabling automatic effect range updates based on design parameter adjustments. During intense combat scenarios, overlapping ability effects can create performance bottlenecks in both CPU rendering threads and GPU processing. To address this challenge with our extensive hero roster, we developed a specialized performance testing methodology: simultaneous ability activation by 12 identical heroes. So that's how they tested whether all of the abilities popping off in game would overload a CPU or a GPU. Simultaneous ability activation by 12 identical heroes. This testing approach operates on the principle that if we can maintain performance standards with 12 identical heroes using abilities simultaneously, we can reasonably expect acceptable performance with any combination of 12 different heroes in actual combat. This methodology reveals clear performance patterns. Logic processing issues manifest as performance spikes, affecting 1% low FPS, while rendering bottlenecks create sustained plateaus impacting average FPS. These test cases enable rapid performance optimization across our extensive Niagara effect library. For identified rendering issues, we implemented 2 primary optimization strategies. Shader complexity analysis, utilizing the engine's shader complexity visualization to identify and optimize high complexity material effects, and dynamic LOD, which I believe is level of detail, system, implementing automatic LOD adjustment based on screen coverage combined with graduated effect emitters to optimize performance in low quality settings. And then, yes, here we go. So this would be high quality setting with all of it. And then you've got like mid quality. It loses some of the detail, you know, from the original one. And then this is low quality, I would assume. It's a lot less than, you know, a lot less effects and stuff than this version. Through this comprehensive testing and optimization framework, we ensure all hero abilities meet our performance standards while delivering spectacular visual effects. This systematic approach maintains both visual quality and gameplay smoothness across all combat scenarios. Doctor Strange's portals have received significant acclaim in Marvel Rivals, but they also present substantial performance challenges. What technical hurdles did the team face in their implementation? For those that remember playing the alpha, every time Doctor Strange opened a portal, it would grind the game hard. Performance would drop through the friggin' floor. And then they improved it a lot in the beta. And then come release, it's... Well, at least, I mean, I'm running a 4080 Super, so I don't, you know, really notice it. But I would assume that it's significantly better again for lower end graphics cards. To bring iconic superhero moments into interactive form, we implemented signature mechanics like Spider-Man's fluid web swinging and Doctor Strange's spatial portals. The latter proved particularly challenging from a technical perspective. Creating portals that enable real-time spatial connections and bi-directional combat interactions not only presented complex gameplay implementation challenges, but also introduced unprecedented performance demands when combined with advanced graphic features like Lumen. So yeah, so like they're literally opening a portal that connects 2 parts of the battlefield that you can not only move between, but shoot abilities with visual effects and all that kind of stuff between as well. So like a lot of people take Doctor Strange's portals in this game for granted, but it's crazy complex how they not only got it to work, but got it to work with, like, without such a massive hit on performance. Our initial portal implementation utilized UE's scene capture system. While this built-in component facilitated rapid prototyping, it encountered significant performance limitations in complex combat scenarios. So that's probably what we had in alpha, was the scene capture system. Scene capture operations require serial CPU processing with the main view, resulting in substantial CPU wait states and redundant operations when multiple portals are active simultaneously, impacting both rendering and render hardware interface, or RHI, thread efficiency. Additionally, each active portal essentially required a complete scene re-render, creating substantial GPU overhead. Yeah, this is definitely what we had in alpha. It was... It chunked your computer whenever a portal opened. And then if a second portal opened, oh my god. To address these performance limitations, we transitioned... Let me start that again. To address these performance limitations, we transitioned to a modified viewport split screen implementation. This approach integrates portal rendering directly into the main view pipeline. While this required comprehensive modifications to the rendering pipeline for each pass, it significantly improved CPU parallelization and reduced redundant operations. The viewport solution enables G-buffer merging before post-processing, minimizing pixel overdraw and enhancing GPU efficiency. We also implemented dynamic resolution scaling We also implemented dynamic resolution scaling for portal interiors when in player view, further optimizing GPU utilizations. I do not understand a word of that. So in other words, they done fixed the portals so they don't chonk your computer no more. That's what I'm taking away from that. The logical implementation required handling of character and ability effect transitions through portals. When objects traverse portals, the system generates appropriate model and effect duplicates while managing proper occlusion for portal intersections. So it actually makes a duplicate of like anything that passes through the portal. Character models, projectiles, visual effects. That's interesting. While balancing portal functionality with performance requirements presented significant challenges, the end result successfully captures the essence of Doctor Strange's iconic abilities while adding meaningful tactical depth to gameplay, ultimately justifying the technical investment. Yeah, that would have taken them... Well, I mean, obviously, it took them months to get it sorted. Could you share your approach to scene optimization and achieving balance between visual fidelity and performance? Marvel Rivals combat environments span the breadth of the Marvel Universe, from Asgard's majestic halls and Tokyo 2099's cyberpunk cityscape to Clintar's alien landscapes, each with unique artistic direction and destruction mechanics. Balancing visual quality with performance across these diverse environments required extensive optimization efforts. The team often jokes that each map represents its own research project. I can imagine. Because different lighting, different effects, different objects. Yeah. Light count management emerged as our primary optimization focus for each environment. The implementation of Lumen raised the stakes for lighting performance control. To facilitate intuitive lighting design within performance parameters, we streamlined UE5's lighting complexity visualization to focus on light object overlap areas, adjusting performance thresholds for spot and rectangular lights accordingly. This approach enables our art team to avoid problematic light overlap regions indicated by red or white areas in the complexity view, which I believe is this view. Right, here, so red and white areas, while meeting performance targets. Additionally, to address resource consumption from large volume lights, we implemented light mask boxes to constrain lighting calculations to specific zones. This system allowed for precise artistic control while maintaining optimal performance characteristics. So yeah, so problematic light overlap regions indicated by red and white. So yeah, so right, lighting, yeah, so you've got the lighting from here and from here, but you've also got the lighting from here, which intersects. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Beyond lighting, UE5's suite of complexity visualization tools provide invaluable for comprehensive. Let's start this again. There's a lot of big words in this. Beyond lighting, UE5's suite of complexity visualization tools provide invaluable for comprehensive scene optimization. These tools enable our design, programming, and art teams to establish clear, measurable standards, balancing visual quality and performance requirements. How does the team leverage Lumen global illumination and chaos physics to create large-scale destructible environments as a core feature of Marvel Rivals? Implementing extensive environmental destruction presented our first major technical challenge, selecting an appropriate global illumination solution. Traditional baking approaches proved inadequate for environments dominated by dynamic objects and frequent lighting changes. During our UE5 upgrade, the integration of Lumen and Chaos immediately revealed a critical technical hurdle. While we had high expectations for this technology combination, technical evaluation showed that Chaos's geometry collections, or GC, couldn't generate distance fields, a crucial requirement for Lumen's software-based ray tracing. This limitation would result in incorrect global illumination, manifesting as light leakage and static lighting in destroyed areas. Effectively, UE5's native implementation didn't support direct integration of Lumen with large-scale chaos destruction. Our primary task became enabling distance field generation for GC assets. We developed a hybrid approach, attaching static meshes capable of distance field generation to each fragment. During the fragmentation process, we convert building collision geometry to SM components and process them simultaneously, maintaining consistent material properties. That's an insane lot of work. By managing visibility between SM and GC fragments appropriately, we achieved proper distance field generation. This solution enabled successful integration of Lumen and Chaos systems, establishing the foundation for our dynamic environment pipeline. And then we've got some images here showing the different lighting effects are required for on destruction. And then the final product. And like all of the particles and all of the fragments, and it's actually crazy. There are distinct debris motion patterns when different heroes destroy structures. How did you achieve these varied destruction effects? After establishing our destructible combat environments, we focused on creating hero-specific destruction feedback. Given each hero's unique combat signature, structural destruction needed to reflect their distinctive attack characteristics. Whether it's Hulk's devastating punches, Punisher's sustained turret fire, or Storm's sweeping tornadoes, debris exhibits carefully crafted motion patterns that reinforce each hero's identity. I didn't even know this. I knew that, like, Storm would whip debris around, you know, in her whirlwind and stuff like that. But I didn't know there was a difference between Hulk punching something, like Hulk punching a wall, and Punisher shooting a wall, that it would destroy differently. I didn't know that. You guys know that? These differentiated destruction effects leverage the Chaos field system with customized impulse configurations matching each ability's visual language. Beyond conventional spherical force fields, we developed specialized patterns such as the spiral force field for Storm's tornadoes, enhancing the tactical depth and visual authenticity of environmental interaction. So yeah, so it shows there, Storm whipping up the stuff into a tornado. And then we've got Punisher shoots chunks out of it. He shoots small chunks out of it. And then we've got Magic slicing big chunks out of it with a big sword. I didn't even know that. That is really cool. Jesus. And, like, they could have just done one method of destruction. Like, for everybody. And, you know, that would have been it. But they went one step further and made environments destroyed differently depending on who's destroying the environment. That's crazy. You noticed it playing healer? Yeah, I like I said, I noticed, like, when playing Storm, obviously she whips stuff up into a tornado. But I didn't know that, like, there was a difference between Magic and Punisher. You know, attack, like destroying a wall. Large-scale destruction typically imposes significant performance costs, yet Marvel Rivals maintains smooth performance despite extensive environmental damage. How did the team achieve this optimization? Implementing large-scale environmental destruction while maintaining competitive performance standards presented our greatest technical challenge. Fragment count emerged as the critical performance factor. To meet both gameplay and visual requirements, we implemented a two-tiered fragmentation system for static structures. The first tier fragmentation determines the initial break patterns and surface areas when triggered by hero abilities. Building upon these primary fragments, a secondary fragmentation process creates smaller debris pieces. When heroes attack structures, the primary fragments decompose into these secondary fragments, which then undergo physics-driven motion influenced by chaos force fields. This dual-layer fragmentation mechanism is the primary contributor to the overall fragment count in our environments. Initially, we used Chaos to directly fragment buildings through geometry collections, resulting in thousands of fragments per structure. As scene fragment counts increased, physics simulation for collapsing structures imposed substantial CPU computational overhead. Additionally, post-fragmentation scenes experienced dramatic increases in polygon count, significantly impacting GPU rendering loads and memory utilization. To optimize chaos performance without compromising competitive gameplay, our technical team implemented several fundamental improvements. Fragment physics computation optimization. Scene geometry collections only retain primary fragments, approximately hundreds per building. When heroes destroy structures, we directly hide primary fragments and transfer secondary fragments to Niagara for playback, while modifying to use GPU distance field collisions. This way, for building collapses of equivalent scale with thousands of fragments, performance consumption was reduced from CPU-side physics computation peaks of 10.4 milliseconds to only GPU-side physics computations of 0.2 milliseconds. That's a big saving. Fragmentation, level of detail support, and GPU-driven culling. We added native unsupported LOD functionality to geometry collections, effectively reducing fragment polygon counts. Since native chaos could only perform culling at building level, it resulted in significant unnecessary rendering overhead. By implementing GPU-driven fragment level culling, we significantly improved rendering performance, with this optimization being particularly noticeable on lower specification devices. Beyond these core optimizations, our engine team implemented numerous logical improvements, striving to maximize destruction system performance while preserving competitive gameplay integrity. It is mind-blowing to me the level that they went to, like the technological levels they went to for this game. Like reading through this and like a lot of this is going over my head. I'm not going to lie. A lot of this is going straight over my head, but I can understand how much of a technical effort this was to achieve. And you've got to give them props for that. Like, they went above and beyond for this game. They really did. And it shows. It really shows. Like I said, I remember playing the alpha, like the difference between playing the alpha and the difference between even the alpha and the beta. And then the difference between the alpha and launch and beta and launch. Like, you could see the improvements that they were making. Like I said, Doctor Strange's portals used to, like, tank frame rates in the alpha. Like, if you ever go back and watch any of my clips from alpha, you'll see how bad the frame rate was compared to, like, clips now. To be fair, I've got a chunkier computer now than I did back then. But I was running it on low settings back then, and it still looked awesome. Oh, Rivals is now available on the Epic Games Store, blah, 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 blah. Okay, alright. So, yeah, so it's actually insane the amount of technical effort that they went to for this game.